Hi boys and girls, how are you guys doing today? Today we're going to do another read aloud, and yesterday we worked on, remember before break we started talking about working on improving our comprehension for when we're reading, so we're going to keep doing that today. Yesterday we practiced retelling the story. Today we're going to work on two different strategies. We're going to practice our visualizing. Our visualization, remember, is when we let the words help us make a picture in our mind. And so we're thinking about what the story looks like and what's happening in the story. And then the other strategy we're going to use after we're done reading is we're going to make a prediction about what happens next. And so visualizing is good because it helps us remember what we just read, and when we make a prediction, it's helping us think more about what we're reading, and it helps us think about the story, helps us think about the characters and what we understand and know. So we're going to practice those two things today. We're going to start reading. We're going to read chapter 1 of Junie B. Jones Has a Peep in Her Pocket. So we're going to start with chapter 1. If you notice in the book, there are 8 chapters in the book. Chapter 1 starts on page 1, and it's called Confusing Stuff. So if you think about if you're confused, you're not sure about something. So we're going to start reading. We'll see what Junie B is confused about. Chapter 1, Confusing Stuff. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. I am almost 6 years old. So almost 6 is when you get to go to school. And so last summer, Mother took me to the school office, and she rolled me in the afternoon kindergarten. Rolled is the grown-up word for signed me up and made me go. Only guess what? I don't even mind going there hardly, because I made 2 bestest friends at that place, and that's why. Their names are Lucille and that Grace. We are like 3 peas in a row. My teacher's name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs. and that's all. Only here's the trouble. Just when I was getting good at kindergarten, Mrs. made an announcement to our class. She said that pretty soon school is going to end. I did a gasp at that terrible news. Let me hear your gasp. No, Mrs., no. How can school end? Because Mother said I have to go to school until I'm an old teenager, and I'm not even 6 years old yet. Mrs. Quick shaked her head. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Junie B. I'm afraid you misunderstood me. School isn't going to end forever. School will just be taking a summer vacation. She smiled at me. You and everyone else in the class will come back to school in September. Only it's just you won't be in room 9 anymore. I quick got out my paper and crayon. Okie dokie, tell me then tell me the name of our new room, I said, 'cause I will need to tell Mother where to bring me. Mrs. did a little frown. Let me see your frown. I'm sorry, she said again, but right now I don't have no idea what room you're going to be in next year. Now I did a frown too. So what am I supposed to do then? Just wander around the school until I find you people? Mrs. looked funny at me. You still don't understand, she said. Next year you're going to have a different teacher, Junie B. Next year you're going to be in first. First what? I asked. First grade, she said. Just then my stomach felt sickish inside, because I don't even like first graders, that's why. First graders are bullies to me at recess, and I don't want to be in the same room with those guys. Pretty soon, a boy named William started to sniffle very much, because William hates first graders even more than me. That's because one time a first grader stole William's hat, his winter hat with the ear flaps, and he put it on a dog, and it was running all over the playground. And the dog ran away with William's ear flap hat forever. I patted William very nice. So pat yourself on the head. Me and William don't want to be in the same room as first graders, I told Mrs. Me and William prefer children our own age. Me too, said my bestest friend Lucille. I prefer children my own age too. Me too, hollered a boy named Polly Allen Puffer. Me too, said a girl named Charlotte. And Mrs. said, shh, to us. Let me hear your shh. Boys and girls, please. Now everyone's misunderstanding me. We need to get clear on this right now. Next year, when you come back to school, you will not be in the class with the children who are first graders this year. Next year, those kids will have moved up to second grade, and you people will move to first. Understand? I thought and thought about that. Then all of a sudden, a light bulb came on in my head. Oh, I get it now. All of the grades move up, right, Mrs.? Everybody does? She clapped her hands. Can see you clap your hands. Yes, right, exactly, she said, very happy. Now may I please get on with my announcement? I brushed my skirt out very smoothly. Yes, you may, I said, real polite. Okay, said Mrs. As I started to tell you earlier, I have very happy news for room 9. Because this year, for the first time ever, we're going to go on a special end of the year field trip. She smiled real big. Let me see her really big smile. Let me start reading that again. I messed up. She smiled real big. We're going to go to a farm. Doesn't that sound like fun? A farm, shouted the children. A farm, a farm. We're going to go to a farm. Then Lucille hugged me real thrilled. So hug yourself really thrilled. A farm, she said real squealy in my ear. A farm, I said real glum. So let me see your real glum face. A glum is a sad face. A farm. Because guess what? Farms are not my favorite. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 1. Okay, so chapter 2 is called Stubby. Okay, so I want you guys to think about what you just read. Hopefully you're making the you're visualizing in your head, making the movie in your head, and you're going to get your notebook. Okay, just like we did yesterday, I want you to put today's date. So again, today's date is March, so it's the 3rd month. Today's the 20th day. It's March 20th with our slash, and then we're going to put our year. So 2020. And just like we did yesterday, I want you, I'm going to make a square because I like to be able to draw pictures in squares. So make a square on your paper, and you're going to draw a picture to show me something that you visualized, something that you imagined in the story. Maybe it was what her face looked like when it was glum, or what the kids looked like when they were excited to hear about the field trip. Okay, and then for your writing, I want you to think about what you think is going to happen next. So you're going to start your sentence with a capital letter. We always start our sentence with a capital letter. So I, and then you're going to put space between your words. I think that. Okay, so there's your sentence starter. I think that, and then I want you to finish writing what you think is going to happen next in chapter 2. Okay, and again, if your parents want to, or your families want to, if they would like to take a picture and email me your work, and then I can see. I got a couple yesterday, Cecilia and Ethan and Shane, they all sent me their work. And then I can take a look and see what you guys are doing and how you're doing, and give you some feedback or suggestions to help with your writing, okay? So I'm excited to see what you guys do. I will do another read aloud tomorrow, and I'll post it for you guys, okay?